Shalom, my brothers and sisters in the Lord. Today I've come to share another message with all of you about where to put your trust when everything of this world is falling apart. And we understand that even as we look at the world right now, currently, it almost seems like everything is falling apart. So, where have you put your trust? It is very important that us believers put our trust in the living God. We should, in everything that we do, we should acknowledge God, especially now during this time that everything in this world seems to be falling apart. We find that a lot of things are happening in this world. A lot of chaos, a lot of disasters are everywhere. It is not even country-based, but it is worldwide. Everything, the disasters are everywhere, such as wars. There are wars. There are even rumors of wars in some areas. There are floods in specific places. There are famine. There are pestilence and fire and so many disasters which are happening currently in the world that we are living in. And you will find that a lot of believers and even non-believers have run to the Bible and likened these disasters that are happening to the ones that Jesus Christ was talking about in the book of Matthew chapter 24, when his disciples came to him privately and asked him about when will the end be? What will be the signs? So some of these signs that are happening right now can be likened to the ones that Jesus Christ was talking about in the book of Matthew chapter 24. And as we read it, we will read it and get to understand what Jesus Christ was trying to tell his disciples at that particular moment. It said in the book of Matthew chapter 24, and I will start from verse 3. It says, "Now as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately, saying, 'Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of age? Take heed that no man deceives you.'" This is the first thing that Jesus Christ said. This is Jesus Christ's response. "Take heed that no man deceives you. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all of these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be famine, pestilence, and earthquakes in various places." Now jump on to verse 11. "Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many." So when we look at this verse that Jesus Christ prophesied about the current events that were going to take place during the end time, you find that so many of those events that Jesus Christ talked about are almost the same as what are almost the same with the current events that are happening in our lives today. You have seen nation rising against nation. You have seen rumors of war and even literal wars which are there in other countries. You have seen famine in various places. You have seen earthquakes. And even when we talk about the spiritual matters, you have seen the false prophets whom have risen in this current age, deceiving so many people. People who have neglected to read the word of the living God on their own, and people who have put their trust on men of God. You have seen the love of men growing cold. In this very day, there is no love. We have seen all of these things happening. These current events that the Lord Jesus Christ talked about, they are happening right now, and most of them have already happened. But you also get that in his word, he has encouraged us that we should not be troubled, that we should not fear, that all of these events must take place before the end. All of these events must come to pass before the end finally comes.